You're listening to the Here for the Clout podcast. Here are your hosts, Sherilyn Dale and Cece Suarez. Yeah, baby.
Hi.
Hey. Hi.
Chelsea.
I missed you.
Chelsea went to a Christmas party yesterday, and she's partying now. Feeling the Christmasing partying now is what I meant to say.
I'm fine, thank you very much. But I think I'm just like overwhelmed. I don't know. I also just like I really miss Tony. Like we were together last night, but it was only for like a few hours, and I just really miss him. And we were supposed to be able to hang out today for a little bit, but then his work event like went long, and this is like their busiest time of year, and it's just really hard out here. And every time he's at work for a long fucking time, I tell my sister, and then she starts singing that Reba McEntire song.
Yeah.
A single mom works two jobs. But
yeah.
she sings it wrong. And
what did she say?
She puts her, I'll try to get a video of her doing it next time, but she puts her hands on her hips and like slaps out like her foot and like points it, and she's like, single mom has two dads. Da-da-do-da-do-da-do, and like
Does she think
all
that
the wrong words.
And she thinks those are them?
One can never be sure.
I love that. I love when people
She's
just
the
like
best.
sing with confidence, and they're just it's the wrong like. Oh, I get that all the time, and I'll just sit there and I'll be like, oh, I'll hear a lyric right for the first time and then be like, wow, like it's been 20 years that I have not been singing that lyric. But
You know what?
Wait, how did we end off our Patreon? Because I think that's the new catchphrase here. What is stay delusional?
Stay delusional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
this isn't a Patreon episode.
No, I know,
This is a
but
normal
that's what I'm
episode.
saying
Okay.
is like the phrase was it was good like in every aspect. So if you're singing lyrics wrong, but you're just like you're really feeling it, stay delusional. Just keep doing you. If that makes you happy, look where it can get you. Okay.
Yeah. We haven't even done the intro yet.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Clout Queens, Kings, and In-Betweens. Welcome back to the Here for the Clout podcast. I am Chelsea Suarez, and this is my beautiful, thriving, glistening, that's not sweat, that's just glow.
Oil.
That's grease. But my co-host, Sherilyn Dale. Sorry, we just got right on into it. I actually had a good story. I have two things.
Okay.
Not related to the topics of today's episode, because of course not. But one thing that I'm crafting, I'm making the Whoville candlesticks.
Yeah.
Here's the inspiration. I have tried twice now to make them. One time last night with foam clay, or 2 days ago, and they didn't turn out horrible, but like I've realized like, oh, they're not going to be able to stand up straight, so like I can't really do this. And then tonight I made one out of air dry clay.
Yeah.
And I'm like making it, and I'm like, why do all these candlesticks I make look like dicks? They're just like alien dicks, because there's like two, like curvy and two, and I'm like, what's happening here? So all of my candlesticks look like dicks, and that's fine. Listen, it's okay.
Yeah.
But
Christmas.
also, Christmas dick. One thing that we've been talking about lately is, like you got to be delusional to make it work or whatever, and stuff like that, and like to be successful. And I have been thinking about a boss that I had. I'm pretty sure I've told you this, but a boss that I had like in 20, Jesus Christ, I don't even know, like 2017, 2018 maybe. And he worked, or he owned a startup that I worked for, and I was selling like cybersecurity software or some shit like that. And he was greasy or crusty. Gross. And I was the only female that worked at that company. And I remember he brought me into his office one time, and he was like with like his right hand person. And I was like, this is fucking weird. Like, am I being fired? What's going on? I'd only been there for like a month and a half. And he was like, oh, so we looked you up, and you have a pretty big digital footprint, because I was doing YouTube part-time then, technically full-time, but not full time in terms of money. I was making $0, but like really trying to make it work. Yeah, really trying to make it work, doing like 3 to 4 videos a week and putting up a lot of content on Instagram. And again, just trying to make it work. And he was like, you either need to like quit this job and like keep doing that, or you need to quit doing that and like be actually taken seriously in sales. And then he's like, I don't know why you would keep doing it unless your goal is to like go out to like California and like become an actress. And he's like, do you want to be an actress? And I was like, no. And it was so strange. Yeah, because I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
what are you, like, and this shitty drunk guidance counselor at fucking school?
I don't. And it was a CEO of a company, and he just kept saying, like, you have to stop doing this. Like, it's not going to go anywhere. Like, to be able to make money and be successful, you have to quit that and like be taken seriously. And I was fired from that job, or let go. They had a guy call me, and just I had the flu and I was sick for 2 days, and like I had a doctor's note and everything. Like my doctor literally was like, yes, she has the flu, and like emailed them, and my like 3 months had like was up, I guess, or whatever, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna go in a different direction. And I was like, I'm coming back into work tomorrow. What are you talking about? And they never said like, oh, you're fired. It's just like, no, we're going in a different direction. I was like, just say I'm fired. Like, what are you talking about? And I got a different job like right away, because I have always been really good at that. But so strange. And every time like something great happens, like the podcast is doing well, which it is. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Or like my channel is doing good, or, you know, I finalized like a good or like a high paying sponsorship or something like that, and just like thriving, doing great. I always, probably like twice a year, I think about that CEO.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder what he thinks now. Fucker.
Probably nothing, because for someone who was selling cybersecurity software, he didn't know shit about like the internet at all. It was crazy.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. He was greasy and annoying. He reminded me of Keith Raniere.
Oh, Nexium.
Not in like that way, but in the like looks department.
Yeah. And intensity, and like, oh, listen to me, like I know what I'm doing. I'm so successful. Like, come follow me.
Sarah said that Keith Raniere stunk. He stunk, is what she said.
I believe it. 100%. Yeah. Oh,
I was talking to her, and because I interviewed her for a video once, and we still talk. She's super sweet, and
it was you who asked if he stunk, right? Because you've done this to me too. When I've met somebody, we won't say who, but I met somebody and then told you, and then I wasn't gonna say anything, and then there was literally when Chelsea asked, what did they smell like, and I was like, wow, like actually thank you for asking, because I would have never said it like without being like prompted. And I did need to get that off of my chest, that it was foul. Absolutely foul.
I mean, you just know when like someone smells, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I literally can smell, like I can smell it. Still, like I can go back, you know, like certain things like memories, like you're like, oh, that's that, like an airbag, like I got in a bad accident, there's a certain scent of like the airbag, you know, like you can smell airbag,
or like your wedding day perfume or something like that.
Yeah, there can be positive ones as well. Yeah. There can be positive
Jesus
ones.
Christ.
Yeah, no, it was bad, it was really bad. Okay, so I do believe that though, like for Sarah, I can totally see that with, oh, and can you imagine, like, just greasy McGreaserson? Worse than that, like, I don't even have a nickname for him because he's just a monster.
Yeah, those knee pads, disgusting. Yeah, we talked about that too, and I was like making fun of it, and she was like, yeah, it's gross. She's like, I don't know how. She's like, I'm happy I never did it, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm sure he tried because you're very pretty.
Oh yeah, she
and
is.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know who's not really smart? The subject of today's episode.
Yeah, no, she's okay. In our opinion, certified. I think I personally think that this woman is certifiable. This took a turn for me that I was not expecting. Your poor Chelsea's at a Christmas party yesterday. I'm hours and hours into this person's background check, like learning who their neighbors were, who their landlords were, which houses they bought, what they sold it for. Also, I did find like a lot of little shifty, shady shit between like some of the people like within the family. I'm like, what are you guys doing here with this sales and stuff? Like, anyways, it was that's neither here nor there because we have bigger fish to fry tonight. But I was losing. I was in the trenches, and
wait, were there multiple people on the like sales of a house?
Yes and no, and then like selling within her family after like the divorce, and I was like, oh, like wondering like what kind of shit was going on there, like with the husband, like with the ex-husband. I'm sure that
like transferring assets and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
things aren't in her name.
Yeah, you can see a lot of that type of thing in the background. Anyways,
I love that.
Yeah, I went really deep, and from that. Again, I am not an investigator. I am not a detective, so I don't know. But I feel pretty strongly that a lot of like what they say is not accurate. So
you're not a detective?
No, I'm not. I'm an internet detective. I have a pop socket that I made for CrimeCon to prove it. But those are my only qualifications. And if this person is actually going to get hung up on qualifications, I don't think she would have the audacity because so this combines two of Chelsea and I's favorite subjects in one. Mistresses, so like cheating scandals, mistress talk, and boss babe selling shit. So she is trying to profit off of having affairs, basically. Selling, I don't even know what you want to call it, not like courses, but like her expertise. They go on trips. They have a retreat coming up. We'll get into that later.
She's like a life coach, but like a mistress coach.
A mistress coach, yes. Yeah. Yes, profiting
mistress
off of,
consultant.
Yep, and you have to pay. You have to pay to be in the community. This is wild, you guys. This is so insane. So there's a lot to get through. So let's get going. Let's introduce. I shared the files with you, Chelsea. So
I can't wait.
If you go into our Google Doc, do you want me to just text it to you, the link?
Yeah. And y'all, if you hear a little bean, you probably will. I'm hoping that Kaya is able to like isolate the audio so that you don't, but he is being so crazy in his room right now. And Tony is out working. Otherwise he would have him and like be trying to entertain him and keep him quiet. But also like, sir, it's past your bedtime. Go to sleep. What are you doing?
Is he singing his songs to the thing? I want to get I want to get that little, his little, what do you call it? The Disney thing. What is it?
Toonies?
Yeah, Toonies.
Yeah. Well, he moved it down. I don't know why or how it got moved down here, but he moved it down here and he was like doing it all day. It was so funny. Oh, and his godfather got him a little travel case for it. It's so cute. So now we have like a little thing that we can like put all of them in.
Really?
Yeah. We got like 7.
I haven't looked. I want to get it for Reverie, but I got to look if we can get it here. I've never heard of it. And then now after you said it, I've seen it on so many people's TikToks because that's what happens. It listens to us and then.
I think I'm pretty sure you can just get it from like the actual website, but I know that it is sold. Like, I feel like most people get it through Target. And I know y'all don't have Target, but does Target ship to you? You can get stuff from Target,
maybe.
Right?
Yeah, I would assume. I'll do some investigating with my sleuthing.
Here we go. All right. So, wow, we have some italics and someone's name is Chelsea. Great.
This is what's terrible. I said that in the text yesterday, but you were at the party. I'm like, yeah, I don't even. And it's spelled the same as Chelsea, and it's been bothering me because I'm like, I'm so mad at this woman, but then I look at this woman and I love this woman. So I'm like, we need to have a new name for her. But yeah, Chelsea Smallwood who. So she is the other woman, all right? Turned affair boss babe profiting off of affairs. And then we have her husband, who she's alleging was married at the time, and then they were having an affair. His name's Stan, a.k.a. Stanimal. That's what they call him.
No.
Yeah, they
No.
do. Stanimal.
No.
Yeah, I can't.
No. Chelsea. No. That's awful.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me a little background, girlfriend. Let's go.
Okay, so allegedly, Stan and Chelsea were both married. Again, we're going to put a little pin in that and say more on this later. She and him worked together at Tom's, the shoe company. They were like high up in I think like marketing and sales. So I think he was like in like the hub in China. And then she'd travel a lot and like go there with the team. But he was also like here, like he went to school in I think like Mississippi or something like that. So I don't know. He is Asian though, but that's not like where he was from. I think he was just part of the company. That's where he went. Anyways, he was her boss because she has in her old Instagram had a lot of posts of him while she was still married with like the boss man. But yeah, allegedly, according to her, they had a 3-month affair. And then according to her own TikToks, they were caught. Again, we will get into that later. He went to counseling, she said, with the wife, but then never ended the affair. Only got better at lying, according to her. So eventually they left their spouses. They've now been married for over 10 years, have 3 children. And so if this was the whole story, Chelsea and I wouldn't be talking about it because it is what it is. Like sometimes shit happens, not that I would ever, I'm not going to encourage or support it, but I understand that in people's situations, it is what it is, okay? But this woman has started a business profiting off of other people who are having an affairs and has now also a podcast. So she's got her affair coaching business as well as a podcast where she talks about this stuff and has guests on it. But we'll find out later that the guests are people who pay more for the the community, like a higher tier, so that you could be a one-on-one guest on her podcast. So you're paying to be a guest for the girl to have content.
That's
like
so offensive.
That is
what
insanity.
Adriel Sigler.
Right? Like
that's crazy.
Insane to me. She also, something that really bothered me when I saw it was like she makes like TikToks and content where she like shames and taunts like the other woman. Again, based on my opinion, I think that this woman is not only a scam artist but a liar. So we're going to start with the very first video that I saw that introduced me to her on my FYP. Okay, this is from Sam Doll on TikTok, and this is a great synopsis.
I love it. I can't wait.
I don't know what side of TikTok I'm on that this lady keeps showing up in my FYP. If you want to think about someone other than Nurse Hannah, this is your opportunity. Because I've gone through this whole account and it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Okay, so this chick calls her account The Other Woman and the Wife. And basically, her and her husband are the product of an affair. They were in a long affair. He was married with kids. She was married. I don't know if she had kids as well, but I think he definitely had kids. After years, they decide to leave their partners to be together. And then she thinks, I'm going to start this platform called The Other Woman and the Wife to help other people that are in affairs not feel so alone, because an affair can be isolating because no one wants to talk to you about it because you're doing something bad. Her mission here is to help you understand your infidelity experience and raise awareness, this is funny, to start disbanding all the archaic shame and fear-based infidelity content that is rampant in our society. She makes this website a community, if you will, that you can join so that you can have these discussions that you can't have with your family and friends. And it's $78 per quarter or $98 plus one-on-one sessions. With who? With her, Chelsea. What are Chelsea's qualifications? Is she a psychologist? Is she a relationship expert? No, she's just a chick who's sharing her opinion after having an affair and wanting to alleviate herself of any guilt and also somehow play the victim here. Affairs can be isolating. All right, I'm gonna share with you a few more of her stories before I make a counter argument. First of all, she claims that this page is all about helping people that are in affairs feeling alone, but what she's also always doing is putting down her husband's ex-wife, kind of chirping her for how she handled her husband cheating on her. So in this video, she talks about how her husband's ex-wife confronted him about it and he doubled down and lied to his ex-wife even more. And then she goes, my advice, when you want the truth, don't ask the person you suspect of lying. That's just dumb logic and sends the signal that you really just want them to hide it better from you. No, it doesn't. You think asking for the truth from your husband is a signal that you really just want him to hide it better from you? which they will. He makes this analogy that makes no sense. It's like holding their cake over their head and then handing it to them with a fork. What's the cake? What's the fork? Think about that for a minute. I can't. You broke my brain because that made no sense. There's already a term for this. It's called having your cake and eating it too. I don't know if you needed to say where you're holding the cake and that it's with a fork. Then she has the audacity to post this. When you notice his wife is stalking all your socials. Like the wife's the weird one for doing that. And she goes, sometimes unresolved jealousy, competition, or personal insecurities can drive one woman to fixate on another. Yeah, she's fixated on you because you're ruining her family. Understanding these underlying emotions is the key to healing and breaking free from toxic behaviors. Like the wife is toxic for looking into her husband cheating. Again, this person claims her goal is to help people feel less alone in their affairs. But then she makes this video of her dancing, listing all the things that your husband did while he was having an affair with me. Set up a bank account with me. She's made a few videos like this. Things your husband did while he was having an affair with me. And I don't get what the tone is supposed to be like. Are you proud? Are you like, sorry, bitch? And then for some reason, she's also proud of, he didn't end the affair, even though you went to counseling together. He just got better at hiding it. What's the lesson here? Is it still that you're a victim because your affair made you feel more alive than the person you were married with? And that alone is a reason that this is all justified. Like, sorry, I was having more fun in my affair. I'm like isolated because I did like something bad here. And weirdly, she posts this even though she is now in a monogamous marriage. Anyway, I just want to say if you're following this person, not only is she not qualified because she's not a professional, she's also not good at logic, period. She has a trip coming up where she got a bunch of people like that are also, I guess, having affairs to go on a trip with her. Just want to say, if you're the other woman, been the other woman once, and you're looking for an excuse to feel better about it, it's like, babe, just move on. You did something shitty. You don't need to join a community and figure out how to come to terms with the shitty thing you did. Like, murderers don't gotta be like, oh, murdering's the only time I feel alive. Sorry. Let's get all the other murderers to pay $98 to join my support group so that we can talk about it, because like our friends and family don't want to hear about this for some reason. They don't want to hear about it because you did something bad. And that's fine. You can move on from that and you can grow from that. Not every bad thing you do gets to be justified. This is like too woke. I don't even know what this is. It's actually not even woke. It's narcissistic. It's psychotic. Feel lonely because you did something that makes you lonely, because it's not accepted in society, and I don't think it should be. So that you can feel better, you want your boyfriend to be lying to his wife that has kids at home. Like, what is up with you? Who the hell took these promo shots? And who the hell styled it? Guys, the style enough should tell you that this person doesn't know what they're talking about. And I know style is subjective, but black, blue, yellow, black, what the hell am I looking at here?
We've watched her before.
I think we have.
I love, and I said the same thing before, that I love her and that she's a clout queen. You said that she had been, that her and her husband have been like together and married now for over 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correct.
So my question is, why now?
Yeah. Great question. Because she started this like 3 years ago, and I don't know. I think because you look back on a lot of like the ventures in social media and everything that she's tried to do to like make something and it hasn't hit. I don't know. I don't know if it's like, oh, this will hit. And that goes back into where I'm like, I also think, in my opinion, this is embellished for, I don't know. We'll get into this in a minute, but it's a good question to ask. Why would it have taken so long? And it's like, did you sit there and think of what could have been like a better business model and what the story could have been that was better? Because it seems like back in when she on her Instagram clearly showed that she was married. You can see that he didn't have Instagram in those early things because she would tag other people and then just put like his name in it, but he'd be in the photos. None of the photos of him back in those early days where they were friends and he was her boss, is he wearing a wedding ring. Not that that means anything, but he's not wearing one. And when the shift went from her husband and her in her Instagram quickly to show it, like showing him with like heart eyes and stuff and like almost like hard launching them. According to the comments, like people were like, Stan, like, it didn't seem like there was a lot. I mean, we don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Yeah. But the regular people that were her friends, that were commenting on older stuff. No, that people were still commenting and like cheering them on or whatever. Like they've had 3 kids now.
I mean, that can happen. There have been multiple instances where like the people weren't married, but like they had So for instance, one of our good friends, she was a bridesmaid in my wedding, and we were closer with her, but we had become friends with her like boyfriend that she'd been dating for like 3 years, up until like our wedding, and they broke up. Like he was about to propose to her, whatever, and she just like was not happy, and she had started hanging out with one of the ushers in our wedding. And it's funny because today I just got their Christmas card too, and I was like, oh, hey. I usually see them at the Christmas party we were at last night, but I did not see them last night, which is weird. So like they started hanging out a lot, and so like they are both like family friends of my family. Like all of us siblings basically are friends with both of them, right?
Right.
And that's not uncommon with like our social landscape or whatever.
Especially, within your guys' ages and stuff like that.
Yeah, yes, yeah. And so, well, especially because like she's my age, and then he was the other guy, the usher, was my sister's age, but we became really close with him too. And it was so funny because like they kept, after her and her boyfriend broke up, her and our other friend like kept trying to like hide it from everyone that they're like hanging out. And we're all like, nobody fucking cares. Just like be together. Like y'all are being weird. Like we all support it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So like, and obviously like, like those people I'm sure that were commenting on her thing maybe knew that like she wasn't happy in the relationship or whatever. And then like, it's so like, that's not uncommon. Yeah. And especially if they worked together, I'm sure the people at work like probably knew it was happening before even her husband did. Yeah. But it just seems so weird because it's like, I'm not gonna lie, so like you would send me a few things about this, and I tried to like not look into it because I wanted to be like, fresh eyes. But when you were explaining this to me, girl, you said like a mistress, like boss babe, thing, and I was like, oh, okay, so someone who's gonna be like teaching you how to like successfully like have affairs and be like the other woman, and someone who is like constantly having affairs with like married people, not someone no. You understand how let down I am, guys? This woman is boring. I mean, it's not boring, she's crazy, but like why would I want to join your community when you're not even having an affair anymore?
Okay, let's go into her open letter about their love story, okay?
To Stanimal?
To Stanimal.
That's Jeez, so Louise. Unfortunate. Like, what are some, oh my God, not my mic being like literally right in front of my face. What are some nicknames other than like Big Guy? What do you call yours? Is that like, I don't have any like cringe.
No, Big Guy is the only thing. And then like Babe, he calls me my love like all the time, or my wife. Like it's never, I could probably count on my hand how many times he's ever said Sherilyn. Like it's usually my love, my love, my love, if he's calling for me, that's what he says. So like he's never like that. I would never be like Brentifer. Like he's Big Guy,
That's what I call him. Brentathy, his government name. Yeah, no, I call Tony, I call him Suarez a lot. Yeah. And then just like Babe. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're
big Babe people.
Yeah, big Babe people. Both of us. Yeah. And this is just like a nice term of endearment. I call a lot of people that I really love like Babe, like I'll be like,
I call everyone Babe.
Yeah. Hey Babe.
My dad does too. My dad calls literally everyone and all of us Babe. Just, hey Babe.
Aww.
It's B-E-B though. Babe. Hey Babe.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I had brunch with him today, and he's...
Oh, I love that. A brunch.
Just the best. It wasn't just me. It was me, Linda, and Rami, and then, which are my parents, and then my sister, her husband, and their 2 kids, and then Bean, because we went to see Santa, and then usually we just like leave right afterwards, and my brother-in-law came over to me, and because Jean Ann was sitting, my niece is sitting next to me, and Jenna was there. Hey, Jenna.
Hey, Jenna.
Girl, I get up from trying to console Bean, sitting on Santa's lap, screaming, crying. Here you go. Look at that. Yikes. Awful. And I stand up and I look over across the ballroom because we're at the country club, and I look over and I just see Jenna sitting at a table feeding her daughter like a brown muffin and just looking at me going, And she's also like 10 weeks pregnant, and she's just so overwhelmed. And she's just like, so we went over and sat over there, and my brother-in-law came over to me, and he was like, okay, well, your sister and like everyone else already went back to the other room. And I was like, what other room? We're going to a second location. What are we doing? And he's like, we're having brunch. And I was like, okay. But I ordered a bunch of food, and it was delicious. And then
What'd you
Bean
have?
and I got him the chicken and cheese quesadillas with French fries. He ate a little bit of it, and then threw a triangle of a quesadilla at me, and then it landed in the diaper bag. Perfect.
Snack for later.
was-
He is smart, obviously.
Exactly. Delicious. And then I ordered this like hot honey chicken sandwich, but I did not touch it because I was so focused on him. So my mom was like super quick, and he was getting overwhelmed. So I was like, I gotta get out of here. You know, as moms do, just pick up your kid and all your shit and run out. And then
Who's paying for
was-
this? Not me. I'll see you later.
Well, I can't anyways because I'm not a member of the country club. My parents are, and I just use their number. But my mom like found me in the bathroom, and she's like, I got you to-go boxes. She's like, I'll walk you to your car. I was like, I parked really far away because I didn't know there was valet today. And she's like, it's okay. We'll drive you to your car. Get in the back seat. I was like, okay. She's just the sweetest. And then she told me she loved me like 7 times as I was getting in my car. And I was just like, why are you being so
Linda
nice
needs to
me?
adopt us all. Oh my God, the country club.
She's just
The
the sweetest.
valet.
God, girl, I cannot
The
that
Santa
country
Claus
club.
brunch. Yeah.
I can't listen.
No, I love it.
can't
That's why we need to get adopted.
Yeah, I've already been adopted, and I'm so thankful for them because I can't afford that country club. People who like Jenna's a fucking member, and I'm like, okay, Richie Rich. My God,
I love
it's
it.
like $30,000 for the initiation fee, and I'm like, who? What? It's fucking crazy.
That's a vehicle. That's a down payment on a home. That's what I think about.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's a
Yeah.
down payment on an Airbnb. Like
I know.
in
same.
Mexico,
And then,
like that basically would pay for like a lot of land.
you could buy a kid in Mexico for that. Yeah. No, it's I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy. Now there's a new one that Tony and I want to join, and it's fucking awesome. And the parties they have are so cool. And it's only the initiation fee is only $5,000. And I was like, oh,
Oh, I could get on
We
board
got-
with that. Yeah.
I was like, we gotta do it. Yeah, girl.
Just to
if
say,
I can,
you know.
well, if I can find some of their like stuff on social media, I'll send it to Kaya because
They have
girl,
perks. I've never thought of anything like that until I saw one because I'm not like a golfer and I don't like hanging out with like a lot of like pretentious people at all. But there was like there's one I just don't. This is me. And my husband, when we like went on our like honeymoon, which was like like we splurged on like our vacation to go there, and then they like when we went to get checked in, and they're like, okay, come sit down while we check you in. And then they have like the pillow menu, and they bring you little mini samples of the pillows. And then you like sit there and feel which one you want. And then they want to know what your aromatherapy is for morning, like turn up service, and then in your morning shower, and then turn down service, like what scents you want. Like, so then they put oils in. We just like looked at each other. We were like, we have zero business being in this fucking place. Everyone was so amazing. Now, like, they know us. We get, like, pretty much grandfather prices in because they've, like, gone up in prices. And I'm like, I would never pay that again. And they just take care of us. But, yeah, I'm like, I don't want to be around, like that, you know? And it was, like, the staff that were just, like, so great that...
yeah.
Not so much the people. We met great people, but then when I saw like a country club like near our house, which is like we're in Edmonton, like get real, a country club in Florida would actually seem like one. But they had a pool with like a lifeguard and stuff like that. I was like, I just want to be able to go somewhere with like my kids and have lunch and stuff like that. And
Well, I mean, that's like what we do at ours. It's like I've basically grown up there. Like my wedding reception was there. All of my siblings' wedding receptions were there. Like every party we have is there. And the pool is awesome. Me and Bean, we go like, well, when it's a little bit hotter, but we go like almost every Friday morning with Jenna. And, you know, sometimes we'll have other friends meet us there that either like their parents are members or they've joined. And it's awesome. It is the best. Like the pool there, and then just like the food's so good, and like the staff is awesome. There are definitely like some annoying ass people there who are super pretentious, and it's just like, please don't speak to me. But like I want nothing to do with you. You're annoying. But also there's like really cool people who are there. But I'm really excited to join this other place because they have a real fun parties, and they have like calligraphy classes you can take, and like ornament making, like shit like that. It's the like stuff they do like that is awesome, and I'm so excited to
see. I could get
join for
there.
that reason.
I could get on board with that. You know who wouldn't get on board with that, or if they wanted to? This Chelsea, not this Chelsea. This Chelsea.
Me, but not that lady. So do we need to do a dramatic reading of her love story to Stan, or do you want me to do a dramatic reading, or is it her is she reading it?
She's not doing it. No.
Oh God. All right. The way I trust you with my most doubtful decisions is unrivaled. At Stanimal, our relationship began in the bustling streets of China, where we were just coworkers navigating the labyrinth of corporate success. How's that corporate success going for you now, girlfriend? But as the lines blurred between deadlines and dinners, ooh, that's horny, our bond grew into something deeper, your vagina, something that transcended professional boundaries. I remember, like, girl, she's writing a fanfic of her own relationship.
It's insanity.
All right, let me get serious here. Let me get into
insane. Yeah.
Doing dramatic readings is one of my fucking favorite things in the world.
You're doing great. So keep going.
And I can hardly even read, so that's fabulous. Okay.
You're doing great.
Oh my God, thanks. My 3rd grade teacher, Miss Dosel, would be so proud of me. I actually don't remember if that was my 3rd grade teacher.
Miss Dosel.
Yeah. Miss Foley was my favorite one, though. I loved her so much. Okay. Oh my God. Stolen moments. Ugh. Kill me. Okay. I remember those first stolen moments, whispers over drinks, and the thrill of shared secrets. You gave me chlamydia. That's the secret. It wasn't long before we evolved from colleagues to lovers, finding solace in each other's arms amidst the chaos. What chaos? Like, you're not like
you work for
war-torn
Tom's.
countries.
You work for fucking Tom's shoes.
You work for Tom's. Oh my God, Tony used to think that Toms were like so sexy on my little feet.
Oh, I loved a Tom moment. Yeah. They are really cute for like small feeties. They're adorable. Yeah, they wear a lot of them. In her old Instagram, I've seen him in them like at business. And yeah, I'm like, oh, Stanimal, stop.
A man.
Yeah,
wearing Toms.
Yeah, we've got footage.
Oh, that gives me the ick.
Yeah.
Worse.
And not that this means anything at all, like, because somebody could not be like a really good partner, but like when I look at like she posted like photos of her like husband and stuff like that. If I were him looking back at Stanimal in his Toms, I'd be like, really, Chelsea? Really? The Toms and Stanimal? That's what did it for you? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, carry on.
It's surely not doing it for me, especially with his University of Alabama shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Yeah.
Anyways, da-ba-doop-boop-boo, chaos. We're in war-torn country. This is Pride and Prejudice. Okay. Yet, our love story wasn't without its shadows. The deception of others loomed over us. Jesus Christ. A challenge that tested our resilience and honesty. Every day we face the world together, my heart trusting yours completely, despite the doubts cast by our beginnings. Your unwavering support in my moments of uncertainty, your belief in me when I struggled to believe in myself, has been the anchor that kept me grounded. Stanimal. How can you start something like this by tagging someone named Stanimal? Like, get over yourselves. Jesus. This is such, listen,
It's
not
bad.
to be like that person, but this is such white people shit.
Yeah, and it's weird, and that's hilarious because like even that's funny you said that because when I went back to like her original like old Instagram that I found, I'm like, you are the cringiest whitey of all cringy whiteys, like just like fetishizing Asians because she did a lot of like traveling in China and like, oh my God, some of the captions are just like, I was like, are you forking kidding me? Like, am I Chinese yet? Like all this time, wild shit. So I love that I love that you said that because yeah,
I hate it.
yeah,
I hate that. And obviously there's a difference between like being respectful of a culture and of like
of course, but not the way,
all
like
of
there's
that.
multiple. There are
But
multiple.
am I Chinese yet? No,
Yeah.
you're not, girl.
No, you're not, Chelsea.
Thank you, Sherilyn.
Sorry. No, not you, babe. Other one.
No, I know. I know. Okay, let's continue. In this vast world of people and possibilities, we found each other. You fucked each other. That's what you did. And in this partnership, both personal and professional, I've learned that true trust isn't given, it's earned through shared experiences, vulnerability, and unwavering support. Our story is one of resilience, growth, and the kind of love that turns doubtful decisions into shared victories. And for that, I am endlessly grateful. Are you? Because I'm not. Is that it? Please let that be it.
It is. So what it's giving me is everything that she posts, everything that she says is constant like reassurance for herself, for whatever doubts are in her mind of what she did to her husband. It's like always
yes.
She thinks she's talking to other people like, oh, like, you know what I mean? It's like when I don't know, sometimes people make and I mean I've done the same thing where it's like you're having a really fucking bad day and then you just like you make a post and you're like, if you need this reminder, it means I need this reminder today.
Yeah.
And this is her every post.
Every day.
Every day, every post.
Yikes. But
15 years later, you've made this your identity.
Is it 15 or 10?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I looked at, well, she flip-flops also, so we can't be sure. And also that's why I also think she's a fucking liar, in my opinion. But sometimes it's like 10, sometimes it's like over a decade. When I look on her Instagram, she was still posting with her husband in 2013. So we're not even at a decade yet because...
well, we are.
Yeah, but not 15 years. And that's what she just, we're just about at a decade there. But she's saying, what POV, so the last thing that you did your dramatic reading on, the one POV on their photo there is POV, your 3-month affair turned into a 15-year, like, love story or something like that. So I'm like, get your dates straight, get your timeline, nothing about her. It goes so fucking further.
So was she, well, but then she called it a 3-month affair, but were y'all only having an affair for 3 months, or were you doing that for 5 years? Also, though, the way she phrases all this stuff and how, like you're saying, she constantly brings this up, and it's like her whole brand is like bringing this up constantly. It seems to me, at least, like she is, I don't want to say fetishizing the affair of it all, but possibly trying to like live in that still. Yes. And still have those feelings.
Babe,
to like,
it's been fucking 10, 15 years. You come up with this business model alive. 3 years ago to keep it alive. What the fork are you doing? I can guarantee you that people in your life have moved on. And if those that couldn't, you let them go. You don't all of a sudden turn this into your identity and a business. And so this is where she has. And this is where I'm like, I don't believe, but we're going to still keep going and see what it is. So let's watch some of the examples that Sam had told us about the shaming the ex-wife. Wait.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh, okay. It's bad. It's my blood's going to boil. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Her titties out at the pool?
I don't know why it looks
or is she wearing
not done up. Yeah, she's wearing like a fucking
a mono kini. What's going on here? Is is it 2010? Okay.
Monokini. I loved it. I had one of those too.
Oh my God, same. Girl, I thought I was so fucking cute in my monokini. Here you go. Me wearing a monokini and hoops on a boat.
Ooh, hell yeah, girl. Those were goals.
Who did I think I was? And Tony looks so skinny in this picture.
I
You
was
bet your
just
ass I'm
going
gonna
to the
try to find it.
YMCA pool in mine, so no picture.
I was on my dad's boat.
Okay, watch. You're gonna die.
Okay. All right. So things your husband did while he was having an affair with me while I'm wearing a monokini and a fedora.
Yeah.
Is this copyrighted music?
It could be. So I don't know.
We can just show it and talk through it and say
yeah,
what it says.
and read it anyways for anybody who's listening.
Yeah. God, I
So her
be in a
caption is
tropical
her. If you guys are listening, the video is her just like in this pool with obviously a monokini, and oh my God, you guys, the videos that she makes like this, like where she just props up her thing and then acts like all whatever. So she knows that she's like, oh, I'm just gonna get my content, my B-roll, and then just like write something profound on the fucking screen right here. I can't.
I am so profound.
Yeah. So these are her profound words. So
he told me he loved me and he wished he had met me before you. Cool.
as this guy walks through the screen.
That guy don't give a fuck.
Okay, wait. You know who we were right now? Death Becomes Her when they're laughing at the funeral where Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn are just like in their funeral garb, so old and decrepit, laughing at the funeral because that's what we are.
A delightful adventure. Who among us never knew?
That's us.
Okay, that's amazing.
God.
Okay. But he did not give a fuck.
No, he was like, fuck you and your content, you dirty bitch. He told me he was unhappy, but couldn't make his kids grow up in a broken home. So let me continue to cheat on the mother of my children instead of leaving. Let me listen, I'm going to say this later too, because this shit pisses me off. Your kids can tell when you're unhappy and when you hate each other. There are I'm happy that like our generation seems to understand like, no, I don't want to stay together for the kids because then the kids are going to be miserable. Like, no, I'd rather them have, two places to go where we're both happy because that's more important and that's way better for them instead of us fucking hating each other. And I think our generation is like that. Not me speaking for a whole generation, but because we have experienced parents like that and relationships like that. Like, girl, there are certain people in my life where I'm like, why the fuck you still married? I've never seen you kiss. I've never seen you be affectionate towards each other. You don't want to hang out with each other. You fight all the fucking time. You're rude as shit to each other. And dear God, it's awful. Like, I hate it. And this whole like, oh, it's stay together for the kids. No, you don't.
No.
Get out. Leave.
Yeah.
Please leave. It's not a healthy situation. Please stop it. But also how you get them is how you're going to lose them. And
and she gets that all the time. And oh my God, like you guys, like if you go through her comments, it's always funny. Like, cause like her rebuttal is always just like trash. Like, it's just like, oh, and who sold you that? Who sold you that? Like, what? What the fuck are you talking? Like, look, like, who sold you this? Like, what are you trying to sell?
Girl, she's trying to sell this cheater's retreat that you're going on. And it's so fucking crazy.
Like, and you know what? We'll get to the prices later because she's a con artist. Because we can go on a 7 to 14 day retreat at the same resort that they're going on for pretty much what she's charging to go for on 3 days. But we'll talk about that later, Chelsea. Not you, Chelsea. Chelsea. It's terrible, babe, that her name's Chelsea. I know. Keep going, though.
I can't wait to find someone to cover named Sherilyn. Okay, let's continue. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-doo-boo-boo. Oh, someone else walking by. Oh, is that her
Yeah.
friend? Talked to you on the phone while he was with me and I could hear everything. So that's disrespectful to like it. That's the only thing she's showing is that like your husband's a shitty person. Like lied to you repeatedly about where he was.
Oh my God.
So
I
your
guess, yeah.
husband's a liar and he's a shitty person.
Oh, it
Didn't
gets
tell
better.
you the actual full truth when you caught him. Wow, that guy just walked by again. Oh no, this is repeat
she's
footage.
repeating the B-roll.
She's got this shit on a loop. I was about to say, damn, hell yeah, King, just walk by again.
Put him on a loop.
And didn't actually end the affair, even though you went to counseling together. And he said we were no contact. He just got better at hiding it. But girl, that just shows like he's a shitty person. Why did he even go to counseling? Why did he not end it right there?
Tell me
Like
I know how to
that
drink.
doesn't. Oh, good job. That doesn't make any
Just over
sense.
here.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
I'll spill something on myself if it makes you feel
Oh,
better.
no, it's okay, babe. No, keep going. You have really great points. I just don't want people to,
Yeah.
keep going.
You're doing great. Yeah, it just that shit's so dumb of like, listen, if they wanted to, they would. And
Yeah.
somehow she got married to this guy. But I don't know, man. They're never gonna leave their wives. Apparently they both left their spouses. But listen, her husband's shitty and she's shitty. They deserve each other, is what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
Shall we continue to the other one?
Great points, babe. Yeah. Let's go to the next one because I get more upset as they go.
I can't wait. I'm sorry. Where is she? What's going on here?
Oh, this is during her photo shoot that Sam, the marketing photo shoot. She got a lot of content for this. So, her TikTok with the caption, things his wife did after his affair. You read the prompts, babe.
I hate this. Called your boss and demanded that they fire me, but not him. Oh, no. No, I do not like the way she's walking down those stairs.
Yeah.
And what are these pants?
Yeah, the red denim jean. I can't.
Why do you need that many buttons? And girl, what? Put your tongue in your mouth. Stop. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I'm speeding her up. It's disgusting. Okay. But not him. Continuously posted pictures of him on social media, intentionally hiding the fact that he was no longer wearing his wedding ring. Contacted the police and told them I had threatened to harm their children. I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Called his parents and siblings and told their children about the affair to humiliate him. Or how about to just be honest about what happened?
Yeah. Because they
like,
have a right to
things are
fucking
about-
know. Are you joking
Yeah, 'cause, like,
me?
Yeah, because like things are about to change. Told him that she wanted to save the marriage. I mean, listen, like there's no issue with that. I'm not seeing a problem.
Literally,
so far.
like you're trying exactly. Where's the problem here? And you're sitting there dancing like what's her face from
weird.
TikTok Mormon wives, while the kid's in the fucking bassinet with RSV, and you're doing a fucking TikTok dancing. Like, what are you? Where are your points?
Listen, that girl's dance moves were better than this.
They were. I would give that. I would. She doesn't even have an actual trending dance. So, sweetheart, you were in marketing at Tom's. 101 here. Like, find the trending dance if you're gonna do a dance song. But anyways, carry on.
Stalked me on social media and created new fake profiles every time I blocked the one she was using. Again, I don't see a problem with that. I'd probably do the same fucking thing when I found out. If I was to ever find out, which this would not happen because Tony knows who else wants to deal with him. No woman in the world. It's just me. Who, like, if I just found out that the father of my 2 children, like, I'd be fucking devastated.
You're married. You have a family. You have a life. Like, these are wrong things. Like, oh my God. Carry on.
I'm not seeing anything
not
wrong with the
seeing
way
any
that
problems.
this woman. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's just very proud.
I see a lot wrong with these dance moves, though. Told him that if he chose me, he would never see his kids again. I mean, honestly, I'd probably say the same thing. Convinced all of her friends to comment on... Girl, probably didn't take much convincing.
I don't
to comment
think
on
it
all of
did
my social media, calling me names and threatening me with violence. I don't agree with threatening with violence. However, I doubt that happened.
I'm telling you right now, and that I didn't remember she said that. And from somebody who has been in the trenches of her original Instagram, which I don't even know if she knows, like, is public that I went through, like I said at the beginning of this, all I've fucking seen is nothing but like support and encouragement from those people like that were there from the get-go. And you know what? If you deleted them too, again, my friends would do the same, and I wouldn't have had to convince them. And I don't think that if he had a wife or whatever, there was much convincing to do. Yeah, carry on.
Told him that he needed to sign a contract agreeing to never speak or see me again, or else she gets everything in the divorce. Well, that's a good idea, actually. Like, or a girl just leave him because he cheated on you for multiple months. So, you know, you have a pretty good case there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these fucking dance moves. Watches my house and installs everything I put. What? Watches my house and installs everything I put on my house onto her house, even though the affair was years ago. What does that mean? So like
I don't know,
she's copying,
maybe copies her fucking aesthetic, like again, because like I can see
God.
your black canvas fucking outline. I literally just did this with my Christmas fucking display, and Kaya will show because I'm really proud of it, that I just did in our house for Christmas, like framed, like you're so original. Yeah, copying. We're copying too if we have black matted frames with pictures in them.
I have those. I have that in
Yeah.
my living room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Chelsea thing.
Apparently it is, yeah. It sounds like, I just love that she's obsessed with me. Girl, you're obsessed with her. You're obsessed with like,
You are
and like nobody
obsessed.
cares. Nobody cares.
No one cares. No
It's
one
just you.
cares. Here's another one. Oh my God, this one actually gets me so mad. So everybody, so this next one is, maybe we'd be able to play the audio. I don't know. If we can't play the audio, we can. If you hear it, great. This is a surprise. But the audio to this one is the TikTok audio where it goes like, how does she know who I am? And why does she give a damn about me? Like Teenage Dirtbag. And like, so that was like
yeah,
a
we can't
trending
play that.
audio. Yeah, we probably won't be able to. So that's the audio that this next one is in. And the opening caption is, when you notice his wife is stalking your socials.
But girl, you're the wife.
Like,
you're the wife.
Can't. And do you see her just like sitting there, like the cheat, like at her, like her staged mark. I go back to Sam Doll, which I love. We love you, girl. If you might not watch us or know who the fuck we are, but we know who you are.
We love you, girl.
Like, what are you doing? Okay, and then this next one, this is her proving to the wife. This is like a memo to the wife that he loved her this whole time. Chelsea,
That
you
he
take this
loved
one.
the mistress?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. It's been over for some time now. 10 years. 10 years. But I want you to know he really did love me. Oh, great. Good golly gracious.
No, it's fine. Like, we won't do all the things. Like, so she's just showing, like...
I am. It's set. Okay, so it's text from whoever, and I doubt this is real, but...
No, and this is what I'm saying. This is bullshit. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't even want to go through this because this is part of her shit.
I'll die. You're mine and only mine. I'm not leaving you. I swear. I love you. And then it's all blurry, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'll always be there for you. I swear to God, you're irreplaceable. What man in
These
his
are
40s
not their
says...
text. I'm telling you right now, these are not their text
These are
messages
fake.
because
These are fake.
they're fake text messages, and also because their affair relationship was back in like 2012, where when you sent messages, they were still the green. Those were still the old school green text, like, you know what I mean? Like the old school iMessages.
They were green?
These are, yeah. And yeah, it's like, it looked almost like the Android ones. We're not on this updated shit. So she's taking old, like, or like current shit, somebody else's stuff, and putting it all in this. This is insanity to me. In fucking sanity to me. Using this as the thing. So she goes, I want you to know that he really did love me. And I do have compassion for you. And oh my God, her B-roll, I can't. It wasn't limerence. There was no brainwashing, and I never asked him to leave you. Oh my God.
Well, then that's a problem in itself, girl.
It was true love at an improper place in the timeline. Oh, and then she goes back to her old B-roll that we saw with the little fella earlier. I can understand why it would be easier to blame me. But in fact, it was very real, and you can only change your own narrative, not the narratives of two people who fell in love. Oh my God, she thinks that she has something so
But I wouldn't
important.
change a damn thing. Cheers to your healing, my healing, and his healing.
This bitch is psychotic. Okay, I can't. Okay, so again, this is where we're going to go into my rabbit hole. Okay, this is where I was with Chelsea yesterday while she was at her party and was really leaving me well alone. I was like out there treading water. So when I saw all of this, I was so determined to find this ex-wife because I'm like, hey, you know, like people apparently are stalking you, leaving messages. There's got to be a trail of like who this woman is.
Like leaving dead squirrels on your front porch.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on, girl?
Like, yeah, you're saying, you know, you're making it seem like there's enough stalking going on that you're making these types of baity TikToks, like to just like, like antagonize her. And like I said earlier, I pulled up records about Chelsea and Stanimal and his whole circle, their whole circle, her ex, his family, everybody. I know more about them than I do my own immediate family at this point, like literally. So there was one point that I did think that I had found the alleged ex, and I sent that to you. And then I was like, just kidding, that's false information. It was a relative, but I thought I was onto something. So I went through everything, previous addresses, leases, titles, I cannot find anything that ties this man to a wife at all. This woman captures in her old Instagram when she's babysitting her friend's dogs, okay? The meals she has. You are going to tell me right now that if this man had been married, had kids or whatever, you don't have any photos of those children? Would you not think that you are this?
You're the stepmom.
You're the stepmom and proud. Why would you take pictures, of other people's children, put them up, had no problem showcasing him, even while you were posting like text messages and photos of your husband when you were married at the time, all intersected with him as your boss, what people are eating. The cringiest post, like, you know what I mean? Like when you get a Facebook memory and you're like, oh God, why did I post that? And the caption, she still has that shit up. But you don't have one photo of this man's alleged children. And I cannot find a record anywhere. Again, you guys, Chelsea and I, when we get off or whatever, I'm going to send her like what I know so that she can see if like there's something in like her end that she can see, like a marriage certificate or something. I'm telling you right now,
I'm going to send it over to Kelly.
Hours.
Kelly and I will try to find something.
I went hours. Every name that was associated. You guys, I can't find anything. The photos that they do of like family, there's nothing. It's just their kids. And I don't know. So what I can confirm that I've seen, she was married. And then this is what also gets a little bit weirder. So let's go to where she justifies the cheating on her husband. First of all, the first caption just already pisses you off because it's like she's trying to like make herself feel better because she puts in quotations to an alcoholic. So it goes, reasons I wanted to end my 10-year marriage to an alcoholic.
All right, let's see what this says. In 2015, he gave me an ultimatum. Get pregnant or get divorced. That's kind of not how it works, buddy. But all right.
Wait, hold on. Again, I'm going to show you guys photos of her old Instagram. She was not with this man in 2015.
Cute.
She was already with Stanimal. So it's like, babe, do you not know that this is still public and out there? Like, we'll highlight the dates. We've got it all. What the fork are you talking about?
That's weird.
It's weird. Keep going.
Interesting. Everything was going so well financially, and I loved being a career-driven woman and fucking my coworker. I wasn't unhappy at the time, and divorcing seemed extreme. I dragged my feet for 6 to 12 months, ultimately getting pregnant in 2016. Oh, when you were with
Stanimal? Like, you're already with him.
Yeah. Things were fine for a year. In And then I got pregnant again. But what I had said earlier to Sherilyn was, when I feel like the way she's phrasing it is weird, because she's not saying, like, it just stops at.
She's implying that she had kids, though. At the end of the day, she's implying.
Yeah,
She's
but
like,
the way
things were
she's
good for a
phrasing it
year,
is
and then we
so
got
weird.
pregnant again. So it is making it seem, again, but even that, like, aside, the timelines are still not fucking accurate. You're
Well, even how
lying.
Even how she's saying this, she's like, I dragged my feet for 6 to 12 months, ultimately getting pregnant in 2016. So then you're pregnant in 2016, you're pregnant for 10 months, and then you can't have sex again for what, another 2 months, and then you get pregnant again right after. Like, that's, I understand it happens, but if you're like traveling so much and not happy, I mean, I don't see it happening. Like, I don't know. It's just that timeline in itself and the way she's phrasing, like,
Oh,
I got
wait,
pregnant,
no,
then I
wait,
got
babe.
pregnant again.
No. Okay, sorry. I'm like, okay, there's a reason why, like, this did seem fucked up to me. So keep going out, because yes, she's saying with our youngest. So she is saying that they had children.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I got pregnant again. He was out drinking for 12 hours when I went into labor with our youngest. Okay. He got a DUI 90 days after the birth of our second child. Okay. And then a year later, he got another DUI. Drinking was clearly more important to him, and I started to resent him. I found, how do you pronounce it? Al-Anon? For friends and family. It's AA, but for friends and family of people who were in AA. For alcoholics, whatever, to cope, but it didn't give me the strength to leave. Having an affair did. Like, it's like fan fiction. It's like horny fan fiction. But not
you guys,
horny.
Like, oh my God, you guys, she's a liar though. Like, how I would love to speak to her ex, because it's like, I've seen his socials. He's married, moved on. I told you he's about to be a doctor in like a couple months or whatever. Clearly, like, have gone. I'm like, what are they thinking? I've not seen kids on his photos, on his profile. You'd think also, like, she shows her kids with Stanimal, the 3, all the time. She shows the puppies. She got puppies with the one ex, like that you saw on the timeline. Showcased her pregnancy with Stan. Where, like, where are these mythical children? Where are these mythical children? The way that this woman has literally showed everything on social.
They're 8 years old.
There's no fucking kids other than the 3 on either of their social medias. None. Well, so I'm like, is her ex-husband okay with, like, what? Does he not know this is what she's doing and alleging and, like, spinning a narrative? Because again, when I look at the records and I see he's clear. I've seen no DUIs. I've seen DUIs from other fucking people in her family. He has nothing. Stan, do you know that you have some liens against you, sweetie pie? You've got 2 of them. So those are on there too that I saw. But guess what? Her ex-husband, he doesn't have any. So I don't know if they don't know that you can fucking find this shit out.
I think they probably just think that
no one would look.
Nobody will care.
We're just gonna blindly follow you and give you $98 fucking quarterly.
Yeah, because people are dumb.
Oh my, babe, I'm like this has got me heated. This got me in a rabbit hole that I did not know yesterday. Okay, so let's go into the community. Okay, let's just go. This is your favorite part of things.
The business. Oh my God, not that.
The song. We won't be able to play you guys, but it's like, I'm the other woman.
Just a single mom. She's got 2 dads. All right, so I'd like to introduce myself. Girl, I wish you wouldn't. Please don't. Oh my God, please do not. I was the other woman 10 years ago. Get over it, Mary. Like, come on.
And your timelines. How does that make sense? How does that make sense?
It doesn't. My experience taught me how so much of society completely misunderstands infidelity. Girl, no, we just think it's fucking weird that you're making it your brand.
Yeah.
So I created... gag. Yeah. So I created this business to help people who are struggling with this experience and to help raise awareness on the truths of infidelity.
Babe, I can't. This is Monet.
What's the fucking truth? You're fucking someone else. You're stepping out on your marriage. You're
That's
cheating. You're doing
Point
something.
blank, period. Like Sam said,
Yeah.
and that's another thing I love about her. She's like, I was the other woman. Guess what? There's nothing that you can fucking, like, just move on. You did something shitty, fucking move on. You don't need to sit here and make a community of everybody patting each other on the fucking butts, telling them, it's like coddling them, being like, it's okay. You made a shitty decision, but guess what? It was actually like there's like a negative connotation about it. No, there's not. That's a shitty thing to fucking do. Just leave. You didn't have balls. You didn't have courage to leave. You were just waiting. Like, I'm heated.
Tell
you guys.
her.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Then I became his wife.
I hate that her
Cool,
name's Chelsea.
You married a cheater. Good for you. And if you're the other woman or the other man, this is the place for you. Yeah, all of you should just go sit in a hole by yourselves. So that we don't have to
For
see
more
you.
info, click the link in my bio or DM me. Like, how fucking boss babe coded is that, though? When I saw that, I died that. Okay.
hate
So the tiers when you go to the link in her bio are as follows. She's basically basically what she's doing is charging people to make content for herself that she's going to also make money on. Okay. So when you, there's two, like Sam said, there's two different tiers, okay? So basically it's like you have access to this community. It's no different than an ML. Access to a community, one-on-one, like-minded people. The wreath just all over.
Don't worry about that. I'm
So
starving.
then the one-on-one, the $98 tier, like per quarter, the only thing that's added from the difference of the other one that's like a little bit lower is that you pay more to be a guest on her podcast. So again, you are paying to be content for her.
But are these people who are currently having affairs?
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to? But
Yeah.
why would you want to be on a public podcast?
Well, because anybody thinks that if they're a guest on a podcast, they're fucking doing something special. You know what I mean? Like anybody's like,
Guys, we have a podcast. Anyone can have a podcast.
anybody can have
Just-
a podcast. So you think like, I'm being interviewed on a podcast today. Like, and you paid to be the guest? Normally,
God.
if anything, it's going to be the other way around. You are paying that fucking person to be a guest on their platform. How insane is that?
It's giving. Oh, I'm in VIP. Girl, if you had to pay to get into VIP, you're not a VIP.
You're not in VIP. No, it's so bad. Okay, so then she also has, I was looking through like other things that she offers. She also has an option where you can book an emergency phone call if you're in a really bad place and need somebody to talk to. So I was like, oh, okay, like cool. Like, how does that go? Like, you know, if somebody's like really on the edge, they need help. So I click on it because I'm like, yeah, I want to book an emergency phone call.
This is an emergency.
$150 US per hour to book an emergency phone call to be coddled and reassured that you're not a bad person for fucking somebody else's husband. Pay her $350 to tell you that. Chelsea, what are you thinking right now? Like, no, I'm talking to my Chelsea. Like, I need to know what is going, because I'm spiraling. I've been spiraling.
Oh, I see we have a gifting of a phoenix situation on our hands again.
I'm spiraling.
Listen, bitch, if it was after the 21st of the month right now, 100% we would click that fucking button. And I would 1,000,000,000% be... I would be like, oh my God, Chelsea, hi, my name's Lisa Phalange. I just joined your community and I'm not doing okay. He told me he was going to leave her, but then he stole my cat. And now I just don't know what to do. It turns out he's not even married and he's actually like not even a man.
Oh my God, you know what would have been amazing? Is if we were in the financial position where we called and said the story that she lied about and made up and then fed it to her. How good would that fucking Kate, we need to join our Patreon. Did you know that we had a Patreon and we need people?
Did you guys know we have a Patreon? Funny that we're in this situation. We have a Patreon. Patreon.com/here for the clout. feel free to go over there. They get fed over there. They are scrum-diddly-umptious, baby. They get so much content.
Yeah.
They are the best. We love you, Patreon. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's just absolutely wonderful. I may have stayed up until 2 a.m. last Thursday screenshotting Sherilyn, people who work at Patreon that we need to stalk.
Yeah.
So that
You
we
did.
can...
You did do this.
So that we can get in good with the corporate side of Patreon. Yeah, I followed all of them on social media, so that's exciting.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to get on a goddamn billboard whether they like it or not.
I love that. That's
right?
like such a an attainable goal now. I love it. That was like Jesse and Lily remember when you guys were talking about the witchy things and your mom's like, there's something going on or whatever. And it was literally a couple days later. And then Jesse and Lily told us they're like, oh my God, we're going to be on a billboard. And you're like, see? And they're like, how is that even a thing? And it's like, it's fucking amazing because we are in a different time of life, you guys. Okay, anyways, let's get back on track.
What a time to have a podcast.
What a time to be alive and have a podcast. Not charge people. That would have been like us fucking charging Gabby, Egan. If you want to be on our little podcast, I'm sorry. If we're gonna talk about numbers and stuff like that, sweetheart, we just started and I think we've already got you beat in numbers. There's no way in fucking hell I would ever be like, if you want to be on our podcast, you have to pay us.
Yeah, I hear that, Adriel Sigler.
Well, that's the other way. We would pay you. We would pay the guest if it was a guest that would actually be worth it. Not the other way around.
Where our
a guest
ROI
is not
would
paying
actually
you
be
to
good.
come. Yeah, it's
that's
not
crazy.
happening. Oh my God. Anyways, so you might want to know what her qualifications are to charge $350 for an emergency call or $98 quarterly to just even be a part of this fucking group to get validated all the time. So let's let her tell us.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm scared. Whist? What the fuck is whist?
Oh, hold on. I think
Weist?
I know one thing.
Whist. Whist are your qualifications.
Yeah, whist are you? She's answering a question. Tracy.
Okay.
Tracy might not know,
How am I qualified to share my opinion on the internet? When I went to buy the phone, they checked my credit history and they said I qualified, so I got a phone. And then I started using it.
You are so funny, Chelsea. Yeah, I'm so sorry, babe. I love you. And then her caption under that, though, is this is my favorite part.
I don't like her.
She goes, guess what? We don't just talk the talk. We've got the credentials to back it up. Our incredible coaching team is proud to be certified through the Academy of Modern Applied Psychology. Wait till we get here.
That's not a real thing.
Where we mastered the art of transformational coaching. This means when you work with us, you're getting coaches who know exactly how to help you spark real change, tap into your emotional intelligence, and create the breakthrough moments you're looking for. Professional support, genuine connection, and proven methods. That's the foundation of every coaching relationship here at The Other Woman and the Wife. Your journey to healing and growth is in expert hands. Expert forking hands. So I went to the website of Academy of Modern Applied Psychology.
You went there.
I went there.
Did you graduate?
It would have been very easy for me to graduate from the
Clown College.
the UDEMY, if you will. So the Academy of Modern Applied Psychology, there's different courses that you can take, guys. So we could become life coaching practitioner certification. It costs $19 to do that, okay? Diploma for training course in Modern Applied Psychology, $29. These people are not, they took a little course, no different than the freaking Boss Babes. What did they try to do that one time? And they were like, this was our course, and then you went and you got all of those certificates too. That was the best. That's this.
I just saw that in my closet the other day, and Tony was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "You don't need to know, but I am a certified ice cream shop owner." And he's like, "What?" And I was
It's
like,
insane.
"And a certified pet hotel owner as well."
Yeah. Counseling skills certificate course, $24.99. Advanced life coaching course, skills development training, $19.99. You guys, this is insane. So this is, I don't know if she didn't think, again, that people were going to be like, they were just going to take what she said, that those were their qualifications, and be like, oh, okay, like, so you're qualified. No, you went online and got a 1999 certificate when people are in psych for what, 10 years sometimes, if you actually want a doctorate in it. Like,
Yeah,
what?
I mean, you have to, you can't do almost, like, in the actual field, you can't do anything which is a 4-year degree in psych. You have to get at least a master's. And then there's like extra certifications and courses and shit that you would do above that too. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. But also, girl, when it says, she keeps talking in like, as like we, and it's like our incredible girl, is the team, are they in the room with us?
And this is what's making me think that this is definitely the model that they're trying to like go to, is like that boss babe model, right?
I hate it.
So if you go down, babe, under where it says boss babe style video, this reaffirmed it for me as well. Just the captions, it was giving like, you know.
I hate it already. Okay, boss babe style video. I feel really powerful and productive after coaching
Calls. Yeah, I can, Chelsea, I can.
But like, what are you coaching?
What are you
people on?
coaching?
How to fuck in a car in a like Home
In
Depot
a Home
parking
Depot
lot?
parking lot. Yeah.
Did you coach the Mormons? My God. After coaching calls, so I made this little piece after feeling really proud of my client this morning. You don't need to say that. So I made this little piece of art.
I made this. And then she goes, my client's thoughts on our coaching calls at the end.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Wait, what? I want chills. I want static. Want the rush. Yeah, I've got to have it. So this is just...
It's lyrics to the...
Lyrics.
Yeah, she's saying it to like the song that's playing, but we're not playing the song. This is her, yeah.
Oh, no, I hate it. I'm made of magic, and so are you. I can even think you are an addict and be in my good graces. Sometimes we build a life we thought we would fulfill us, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God. Ugh, that is a scary... What is... Girl, you're in marketing. What are these transitions?
Yeah, the transition.
I hate it. What clients say about their sessions with our coaches. Are the coaches in the room with us, Chelsea? Who would play her? Nobody, because they don't exist. Good God. In just one session with Julie. Who's Julie? Is it you wearing a mustache?
Who's Julie?
I felt truly seen and understood. It's amazing how quickly she creates a genuine connection. Luke's coaching, also you with a mustache, style encouraged me to be vulnerable and courageous in ways I never thought possible. That sounds sexual.
Reginald Thickbottom.
Oh my God, it's me. It's Reginald Thickbottom. Amazing. It's contagious. The more I opened up, the braver I became. The braver you became. The braver you became. Stop. Did you get a certification or a diploma from the internet as well? I've shared things with Trina. All these names are made up. All these there are so many characters.
There are a lot of characters. There are a lot
so
of
many
dates
personalities.
she can't keep up with. There's dates, character. I can't. I don't even think she knows.
Is she paying these people? I'm scared. So I shared things with Trina that I've never told anyone else. Her coaching provides a safe space where I can be completely honest with myself. What I love about Chelsea's coaching is that she empowers me to make my own decisions. Bitch, the fuck? She never pushes her opinions on me, but helps me find my own path. I am so grateful to have had a brave and magical team come into place to build a sense of support that will empower people to exist without need to deceive themselves or others about their personal experiences in life. Without the need to deceive others or themselves, you're having an affair.
If you're having an affair, you're fucking deceptive. That's your whole life.
Congratulations. We lead you with curiosity and sincere compassion for you and your path ahead. Hey, I've got a question, Chels. May I call you Chels? Chelserino? Chelsifer? Chelsmundo, as my dad calls me at times. The fuck does we lead you with curiosity and sincere compassion mean? What's that mean? What is that? You do be loving just putting out big ass words.
Chat GPT fucking prompted shit. That's what that is telling me. Like, you just put something in chat. You were like, hey, this is my B-roll from my staged marketing thing with my calls and everything like that. Can you please tell me how to make people who have an affair buy my course and pay me just to tell them that it's fine?
You know what else they could do, though? That could really be helpful and probably cost less. Go to therapy.
Communicate with your fucking partner and be like, listen, this isn't working for me.
Too. Yeah.
I gotta go. Or
get out of the relationship.
Just
if
get
you're
out.
cheating, get out.
Have hard
just get out.
If you have cheated, just go. And this is my thing. I'm like, this is how I look at infidelity. Okay, if you are at that point, you're a coward. At that point. Okay, if you have gotten to that stage where you've actually followed through with something, it means that there was already like a thought in your mind where you were like, okay, kind of testing the waters. You're already thinking outside of the marriage. You're already, wondering if the grass is greener on the other side. If you are already at that point and you're in a relationship, that's not the relationship for you. If you do not want to like work through, if you don't not want to like think, okay, why am I having these thoughts? Why am I thinking that maybe I'm going to have a different partner that's going to be more supportive or like give me what I need, and not be able to sit down and have that conversation with your partner? Like, you're already getting your answer. So if you think that you can't even do that, but that the solution is to just go and look for what's ever better because you just don't want to be alone and deal with being alone and the repercussions of that, like, you're a fucking coward. Just go.
Correct.
And not to say that like I haven't done that in my past, or like people that I know haven't done that in my past, but I'm speaking from like my own experiences, people that I know and love's own experiences. If you're with somebody that isn't like fulfilling and you're already like thinking of like somebody else, like sit down and either figure out why, get to the bottom of that, work towards it, or leave. You don't just go, oh, you know what? I don't want to be alone. So I'm going to stick this out until I find somebody better. And I'm going to make sure that they are going to leave their partner. And if they don't leave their partner, then at least I still have this fucking guy that's sitting here and he's waiting for me. So I'm just going to settle for him. Like, that is so insulting. That is so insulting.
Yeah. And we're just talking about like cheating and affairs and stuff like that. Yeah. Because I know there's going to be someone in the comments that's like, it's not always easy to leave. Hey, shut up. It's not about you.
No, also, though, domestic violence situations, those are so fucking different. We've both talked about that too. That is very different. That's fearing for your life. That's somebody accusing you of like doing something when you weren't even thinking about it. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about,
if the relationship's not, if you don't believe that it's actually worth like fighting for anymore, and I don't mean fighting for like going like I mean literally like fighting. Like whenever people are like, oh, we don't fight, I'm like, it's one, sounds boring. Two, that's weird, because like I don't know, there's just things where I'm like, fuck yeah, like we are gonna fight about this. We are gonna argue about this. We are gonna get down and fucking dirty about it and get like, figure it out. We're fighting for the marriage and making it work and stuff like that. Like, and I don't know, I just feel like that's an issue when it's like, okay, do I want to like fight about this and like and fighting doesn't have to be like
negative at all.
Yeah,
like fighting is just like, is that like you're saying, like figuring out like what am I gonna put my energy and effort into, like and either not tolerate but like accept and be like, okay, like this is something that maybe I don't need to bring up right now, and maybe I never need to, or I can let it go for a little bit and then be like, yeah, okay, we're gonna talk about this now, or like, and understand like their needs, or not be like, and if those keep piling up, like, then are we done? Not exactly. What I've seen from here. There's this one thing where it's like, even if it's funny because she goes like, she again, this woman contradicts herself every fucking video, all the time. She contradicts herself, and unless you're like us that go deep and like look in things and we're like, babe, this shit ain't adding up, you might not notice it. You would just be like, oh, I'm gonna trust you because you're saying what you're saying is true, and I'm gonna believe you. But there's also videos on her coaching page where she's got this one where it's like ways I stayed connected with my affair partner. So it doesn't call like they say like partner or whatever while were apart, and it's like a playlist, like so like a Spotify playlist, and then the caption is something along. We'll have it on here, but the caption is something along the lines of like when you're on vacation, like with your spouse and wanting to be connected to your affair partner. So you listen to the playlist that you guys have created. Again, this goes back to the fact that when her and him allegedly were having an affair, there weren't things like that in 2013, 14. We weren't able to like have the Spotify like.
Well, I mean, yeah, we were. I mean, I created during that time I was creating multiple different playlists on Spotify, and like you could follow someone on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you could just share the link to it.
Okay.
But I feel
not
like a lot of
mainstream.
people No,
this
and
is,
not
and
not
that's
as
what she's
mainstream at
showing.
all.
She's showing she's showing like the mainstream link, like not like hers. It's like a new, it's like new things. And again, with the text messages that she was trying to imply was between her and him at that time of the affair. And it's not. So
Well, it's just
again,
that's not how someone would talk at his age. And even at that time, like the saying like, I swear to God, as like I and then STG.
yeah.
Gen Z says that. Millennials typically do not talk like that. And they are not millennials.
And we didn't in 2013.
No.
No. And that's when their first posts are together on Instagram.
Yeah. There's, and the vernacular of those texts, like does not seem like something.
So this is what's wild to me. And it's like, and then he's in her videos and stuff too. And it's like, you know that this is the business model that she's pushing. Like how, this is so fucking weird. So he's just cool with it, like going along with the narrative that this was their story and it's a fucking bullshit and you're making people pay into it and pay you to say things and like talk about a situation that never fucking happened.
So we can't find an ex of his.
I
right?
cannot find again, we will insert something like after, like you and Kelly can like come on board with me. Babe, I was in the trenches for 4 hours last night.
I really need to find.
Oh yeah, we're going to find out if see, this is where you're going to get invested with me, babe. I cannot find the wife. I cannot find anything. And the amount that she does showcase in their life, you would think that she'd be like, we're a blended, like she would also add the blended family aspect. Wouldn't you think that she would add the blended family aspect to her social media? Yeah.
So what is her Instagram handle?
Oh, babe, we're not going to get any, if we're doing this live, we're not going to get it. Let's cut this video short and we'll do this together because we're not, we can go on. No, we're never going to find it. No, I've been in it. I've been in the trenches. Oh, wait, sorry. I did want to finalize with one thing, and just like as if we haven't been through enough of like the scammy stuff. So as we know, they're going on a retreat. They're leaving in May. They're going for 3 days. And they're going to the Rio Palace in Los Cabos. It's in Mexico. Okay, it's where my wedding my wedding venue was in the Santa Fe, the cheaper one. But the Rio Palace, if you were in the Rio Palace, that's where the parents stayed because it was where we wanted them to be. And the Santa Fe was more of the party one. But if you were in the palace, you had access to like both. So our wedding I thought was relatively affordable. It was like, I don't know, like $1,700 for a week for our wedding to go.
Damn,
all inclusive. And so the Rio Palace next door was a little bit more. So let's say like 18, 19 for a week, all inclusive. Mm-hmm. These people are charging for 3 days, $1,300 to $1,750. And this does not include, ours included flights. This is no flights. Absolutely fucking insanity for 3 days that you are charging almost $1,800 to just go to the Rio Palace and you still have to pay for your flights.
But for like, what else are you getting?
Nothing. It's already all inclusive at the fucking hotel. And that's what they're trying to say. They're like, what do you get? Oh, you get transportation from the airport after you already get yourself to the airport. Yeah, that's included. Like you go outside, it's anybody can.
Are they, but is it, because they're like, oh, it's a retreat. Like, are you getting like,
oh, they said that like sometimes you get like yoga or whatever.
Like,
yeah, like a yoga session. Like, okay. I know like I know
Who's
yoga
paying for
retreats.
this?
Like exactly. Like this is such a cash grab. Everything this broad is doing is such a cash grab. To make this your
This broad,
identity
yeah.
so selfish, like or like shamelessly, it has to be a cash grab. To go out there and make this your identity and your brand and not think twice.
Ooh. Do you think that she's 100% she's doing this, in my opinion, allegedly, I don't know. But she's probably doing it to where she's upcharging all of like other people so that she can go for free.
Not even that, because when like we had like the same option. So it was like, okay, you block off a certain number of whatever, and if you had like 40 people or whatever, yeah, like your one room was comped or whatever. No, it was still cheap AF. Like it was still so affordable.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And that was
so
like a
affordable.
whole, that was like what, a week in
And
like,
we didn't even
Ireland
do that.
and London.
Yeah, we didn't even do that. We were just like, no, because like we were young. It was not young, but like, 6 years ago, we're just having kids, everybody, whatever. And a lot of our friends were like having weddings. I'm like, I don't care about that.
And I mean, no matter how you try to, make it make sense, it's not going to. And that's like, is she getting like a lot of views on TikTok or something, or no?
I don't know. I think so. Maybe. Hold on. Let's find out. I didn't even get that far. I'm so mad. Like, I got deep into the
because like I obviously don't want
model.
her. I obviously don't want her to scam anyone. But then it's also like,
yeah,
well,
no,
the people
she's not
that
really
she would be,
like.
but the people who she would be scamming are, people who are also having affairs and being delusional.
Yeah, vulnerable,
so.
but also like I guess not. I'm
They're
not saying vulnerable people, but they are like in that moment. You probably do feel like a piece of shit where you're just like you probably are in an unfulfilled marriage and you're not understanding. You might have met somebody, and instead of just being like sitting back and being like, oh, like why am I considering this so hard? Even if this doesn't work with this person, this is a sign that this isn't working with the person that I'm with. And if it is salvageable, then I need to sit down and talk to this person and be like, listen, this is where I'm at. I bumped into somebody and I was considering leaving and that scared me. So where are we at? Like, are we meant to, you know what I mean? Like, this is what should be normal. This is not teaching people how to fucking have secret playlists on Spotify and lie better. And just drag your partner on and then shame them by making fucking TikToks of all of the things that your husband allegedly did. Well, again, you guys, I think she's a fucking liar. But anyways, that's my opinion. No, she has one video pinned that's 1.4 million. But I'm like, exactly. It's a weird thing that we already know that she's lied about everything with her husband. They don't have kids. And Chelsea, if you do, please show them to me. I won't, like, privately. You're a liar. She's a liar. I am telling you this right now. If she did, those kids would be plastered everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. She's plastered everything everywhere. Her dogs, her like I said, her food in 2013 and 11. Her timelines don't line up. We went in through it. When you said that even clicked more for me. Like when you're like, hey, well, that means 2018, which means she would have had the next baby in 2018, which means now for sure, we're not even close to a decade of you guys being together because we're in 2024.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Why not just lie better?
Literally.
Like,
you want to talk about lying better? Like, it's terrible. You didn't think about this well. She didn't think about this.
And she's like the head of marketing. Girl,
babe, that's why you don't work for Tom's no more, and that's why they don't sell shit anymore. Makes sense. So no,
That's why
the
those
only
shoes are
video
smelly.
that obviously went viral was her one pinned one. Is it's 1.4 million views, which on TikTok we know is like nothing. So no, her views get like 12,000, 10,000, 4, 7, like 3.
Girl,
Yeah.
mine get like 400 and that's it.
Well, she also has the clickbaity titles of that's her brand. Like this
Come
is
to
what
the
can
Home
happen
Depot
from
the Home Depot parking lot with me.
Let me teach you how to fuck in the Home Depot parking lot. Yeah. Oh, you guys, I'm on one tonight. We gotta go. Anyways, all of this was alleged, in my opinion, my facts based on my research and the timelines according to your timelines and us cross-referencing. And I think we're in agreement that you're, in our opinion, full of shit, right, Chelsea?
Yes, you are a clout goblin, but listen, Chelsea, there's only enough room on the internet for one dumb bitch named Chelsea with a microphone, and it's me. Okay?
Yeah,
so I'm
babe.
gonna need you to sign off and get the fuck out. And also just like, girl, just lie better. Just like get your story straight. Make a timeline, babe. Make a little notebook of like all your bullshit and all your lies and just commit to it. You're awful at this.
It's bad. It's like the one guy that, remember the Oprah like book club of the month that went viral and everybody loved him, and it was
A
like
Million
the
Little
sprinkle-
Pieces.
Yes, that
Sprinkle
that
book.
could have been so amazing, and then it just like crumbled, and it was like, bitch, you didn't lie well enough. Like that could have, and all you had to do was say, guess what? This is fiction, and could have still been very captivating. It was
I
a
read
great
that
book. I remember
read
that
that book.
book.
Girl, I read it while I was in rehab. And he mentioned Seroquel in it, and I had just gotten on Seroquel. And I was like,
Really?
oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, Seroquel saved my life, girl. It also made me gain like almost 50 pounds within like
It
2
happens.
months.
Yeah.
Terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was rough. Oh well, Chelsea, you suck ass, and I'm not talking about me, baby girl. I'm talking about you. Get your lies straight. And maybe, hey, you'll be successful. I don't know. You're a piece of shit though, and I don't like you. So suck a big old fat dick. I don't know.
I'm just like, 'cause all I see is me sitting here going like, what she said. So yeah.
Thanks.
You
Well,
guys, thank you so much, because now I
yeah.
feel like I can, oh my God, kind of breathe. This is what happens to me. I'm like, we talk about it. I can kind of breathe. You can go to bed because I'm not going to blow you up anymore with all of my
I'm
rabbit
so
holes.
tired.
I know how to get out of it. It's fine. We'll come back if they have proof. Hey, if they have proof and they come back and they're like private email that, you can email us. We have our business email. Just email our people,
Girl,
and our
you know
people
they
will get
won't.
to us. That's what I'm saying. If you have proof, if you have marriage license, you have photos of your kids. You can even blur their faces, as long as your faces are still clear in them, because we got to make sure that like that checks out.
Yeah,
Great.
and like show me your social security number too.
Yeah,
You know?
show us all the things. I think you're a fucking liar. That's all I'm saying.
What's your
You
blood
are a
type?
fucking liar. Yeah.
Tell me that.
In my opinion, I'm so mad. I'm like, I think this is wild to me. Why would you make this your brand? This is why I need to talk about this. This is almost worse than Astrid.
Yeah, it's not. But it's not. It's not that bad. Ash Trevino is.
It is
the worst.
equivalent on a different level. Like Ash Trevino is just like, like Ash
So
Trevino. But
trashy.
this same thing is like she's
such a goblin.
But so is she, like lying about an affair, like, and your timeline's throwing up. Like, did you not think like you were gonna go viral, and people, like, your hope obviously for your business was that a lot of people were gonna come in and pay you a lot of money. You were gonna expand and grow, and you didn't think anybody was gonna cross-reference what you were saying. That's easy. We did that. We unlocked the one that I was unsure about in the fucking video.
Girl.
It's embarrassing.
It is. I'm going to get Kelly on it, and we're going to try to find some marriage licenses. And then by the time this goes up, because we're filming it like a week ahead, we will.
We may have other,
Yeah, we'll we might have some updates. Hopefully, we don't. Actually, I hope we do, because
I don't think
but
we
won't,
will, but,
because there is nothing to find, in my opinion.
think there is.
However, feel free to check out our Patreon. We have a whole lot of really fun content coming up this month and for the rest of our lives. That is patreon.com/here for the clout.
Oh, I had one question because I was thinking about this when we were talking about Patreon. How many hours do you think we have on Patreon already right now? Like if someone were to join, because I thought that that was like really cool because it's insane in my mind. Like, well, I didn't want to make a task for you. Like, I just thought I'm like, okay.
Well, oh no, Jesse and Lily, shut up. Jesse and Lily, stop talking. My God, they won't stop talking on my phone. Crazy. So, beep boop da bop beep boop boo. All right, so we have let's see, that's 3 hours. That's 5 hours. Okay, so all right, so okay, 3 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7.5, 9 hours, 11.5 hours of content.
I was going to say it's already over. I thought we already had like at least 10 hours worth of content on Patreon, like as of today. And it's not that that's just like staying there. Like we build like every single week. So that's very exciting. And I love that. When you just want more.
I mean, the bonus episodes, they're supposed to only be like 45 minutes long.
We don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Them bitches are like 2 hours long each time. So that's great.
And then what do we have upcoming? Because it's fun. We have a paint night coming up.
We do. Yeah,
that we're really excited about.
Yeah, like a sip and paint night that we're doing with y'all, kind of like how we did the vision board night last month. And every month we're going to have like a crafting night that we do. And then we have the we listen and we don't judge video where y'all are going to submit those to us through Patreon DMs is probably the easiest way to do it. And then we have another Roast My Ex episode coming up as well, which I know on
people here they didn't understand, but on Patreon everybody loves it and it's fine and it went well. And I think like if you're on Patreon you need to understand that it was not just about like, oh, like what a piece of whatever. We get the rundown, we talk the layout, the lore, everything, and then we go from there. And then I think it's again cathartic for all involved.
Yeah, I mean I felt the catharts for real,
for sure. All the farts were felt.
They were in there. I felt them. But I hope that you do stay feral and delusional.
Damn the man.
And save the empire.
Damn the man! Save the empire!
Goodbye.
Bye.